Hi everyone. In this video, I can give you a quick demo how you can trade intraday using scanners and filters. Because the scanners and filters really helps us in saving time and especially when it comes to stock selections. And many of you want us to have a live demo, and that is the reason why I'm recording this on the live market so that we can see how quickly it helps us in real life to pick up a stock. Let me quickly take the screen and give you more detail. To begin with, you can get into a website called EQSIS.com. There you see the section called apps. You can get into Primer. And of course, you need to log into this to access the platform called Intraday Scanner. Once if you get into this Intraday Scanner, you have three sections, right? The first one is really the stock selection tool. The right hand side, you have a quick glance to see the charts, and underneath you have a sector wise. When it comes to intraday, there are various ways by which we can select a stock. A very classic approach is the top-down approach. If you look at the top-down approach, we look at the market sentiment first, and then we look at the sector, then we go to the stocks. So if anyone who wants to do that particular approach using the scanners and filters, and it is very easy to do that because at the very first, the right-hand side top corner, what you have is the charting of Nifty, and you can look at it in 1 minute, in 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. Or even you can look at the daily charts. And let's begin by looking at the daily charts. There is a clarity that the market witnessed a kind of correction after testing the all-time high. And if you look at the 1 day before, the market witnessed a kind of recovery. But today, although market opened slightly on a higher note, it couldn't sustain and is traveling here. So if I get into this 1 or 2 minutes, I can get a clarity that what happened is there is an early sell-off witnessed and a market did recover, but it is not the impulsive recovery, rather it is a corrective recovery. Why? Because you see that if I take a 2 minutes, I don't have to scroll it because it's pretty stable here. Now look at this one. Now, when the market was going down, it was impulsive in going down, but when it was recovering, it took a lot of time to recover. So this is one way that it is giving us a hint that the market is not ready to go up, rather market is going up because of not of supply coming into this. So by considering this fact, it's really likely to see some sort of weakness is there in the market. And of course, you can do a lot more in detail, but I'm just going give you a quick idea how you can look at the intradays. And when I scroll down, the next table here, what I can see is the Nifty price and Nifty Bank Nifty. So these two always on top. If you look at this particular tool, the beauty is it makes the navigations much easier. Why? Because mostly Nifty and Bank Nifty is what everybody wants to know, and the other index we want to know based on the performance. So if you look at the third and subsequent things, they are sorted based on the percentage change. So at one side I can say now Nifty Metal is the top gainer and the top loser is, having scrolled down, I can understand that Nifty Financial Services is scrolling down. So now I need to know how Nifty Metal is doing. So by clicking on Nifty Metal, I can understand that the Nifty Metal charts here. And the beauty is Nifty Metal is having a bullish structure because you see the impulsive moving up and the corrective and then again a kind of impulsive and corrective. And yes, the structure is undoubtedly positive at this moment. So now I think anybody who is listening to this particular video must be convinced on one thing, that if at all, if you are thinking about creating a long position, it must be metal. But the point is that Nifty is not having the impulsive movement on the upside. So what we need to do is we need to get it lower to see what exactly the FMCG and financial services are doing. If you look at the financial services, this is the perfect candidate to go for a short because the markets are impulsively going down and recovered a bit, and then it is going to the FMCG. FMCG did have that corrective behavior to go for a short. So the next thing is to look after the stocks. Remember, if at all a long positions, okay, by any chance, let's say if a Nifty is not extending the weakness, rather if it is breaking up, so we wish to go with something with metals. If it is a short positions, we are getting into FMCGs and financial services. So the beauty is we were able to narrow down by starting from Nifty, understanding the Nifty direction, then we got into the stocks and we were able to focus on one particular stocks, right? The next thing what we're supposed to do is having, now we need to look at the stocks maybe from FMCGs or financial services. So if I click on this particular area, I can see that a Britannia is, a Britannia charts and coal pol, and here you see a lot of columns, and today for this particular video I wish to limit myself to very few parameters in terms of selecting the stock. Of course I can have a subsequent videos talking about the other aspects as well. Coming back to this now, I'm taking this volume profile as a quick indication because I have about tens of companies here. So I want to see like most of the companies are actually now trading nearer to the high volume zone, be it Britannia. Uh, if you want to know how to read volume profile, you can look at EQSIS at separate videos there to talk about using the volume profile. But now I'm seeing is there is any trading opportunities out of this. So if you look at this stock, which is Hindustan Unilever, I can say that the stock is trading almost at the low and the high volume profile is around here. So I can actually click on Hindustan volume profile. Can you see that this is a stock is having a solid weakness? This is a stock witness having a solid weakness and been consolidating it for a while. And of course, it had a volume surge, but couldn't sustain and broken this particular area. So this shows that this stock has some sort of a serious weakness. So this is a stock kind of tradable to go on short. Definitely it is good to go for a short positions. So if you want to go for a short positions, how to create a position? What you guys can do is you can actually pick the simulator, and this is only for a practice, am I right? So EQSIS simulator comes in a very really handy in a way that you can go for practicing as well. So if you don't want to punch the trade on real accounts, you can take simulators, go to EQSIS Intraday, add positions, and then you can actually choose the company called Hindustan Unilever. Okay, so pick up the Hindustan Unilever, and then you see, because this is the market is not really great of moving up. And remember, I hope this gets by default enabled. Otherwise, it gives you the available capital of 1 lakh rupees, limited capital. Just as a simulated capital, okay, and the kind of a demo account, and we wish to short the stock, okay, and it is giving us, and the quantity is should be done, the position sizing should be done using risk management, and that can be a separate video. I can talk about it. So I can just pick up the trades now. I can say that I wish to trade the stock, even at a 2.6. Let's say about 10 quantities, I say, because the available capital what we have is only about 1 lakh rupees. So let's go for about 10 quantities so that I get money to have subsequent trades, and we can actually go for 2605 as a level to enter. And what the stock price now is 2604. So this platform will not allow the call to be executed immediately. Only when the price reaches 2605, then it actually gets executed. Why am I actually placing it 2605? Because I'm just catching up this particular resistance area to actually short it, and I should actually have my stop loss. So probably I can consider placing my stop losses 2622. Okay, and if I say 2622, and here is where my stop loss is coming in, and then it is auto computed target that it is taking a target is 1.2 for this area, and it just for the live demo, and we did this particular one. So whatever the rationale you have, you can even say like market is weak. We don't take much time in documenting it because market is weak, and FMCG is the loser. Okay, FMCG is the loser, and the stock has real weakness. Okay, the stock has the weakness. Okay. So, and I can say now recommend short positions. Okay, now by recommending the short positions, look at this how it is sketched. Sell Hindustan Unilever around 2605. Target is this, stop loss is this, and the stock price is 2603. So if I short it now, okay, it says that it is successfully added. Okay, and it is giving me the quick demo. I can zoom in so that you can understand it. Okay. Look at this. It is just shows that the position is not initiated. The position is not initiated, and the trade is sell trade, and the target is whatever the targets we mentioned. And of course, if you want to change the target, you can change the target as well. And the stop loss is 2622. And the beauty is this platform gives you a reasonable idea, like, when it is going to be traded. So sooner the price reaches 2605, this will make it to be executed. Okay. Remember, this is only the demo account, and still now the position is not initiated because we wanted to short the stock at 2605. So the platform will wait until the price reaches 20, as if in a real life, only when the market reaches 2605 we can execute it. Why this particular platform to simulators? I can talk about a separate video, that why simulators and documentation all matters. But this will help you to mirror the real life scenario, and it enable you to practice it. Okay. And this particular platform, even if you log out, if you go somewhere else, okay, and this will enable that, those backend process will make sure that whether it is reaching the targets or stop loss, everything gets documented so that you can backtest your work going forward. So let's go back to Intraday Scanner again. I'll take it the new screen, okay, and we will come back once if it is getting executed. And we see that, and interestingly, look at this, that Nifty did break the near high, and then it started coming down. So this is the time, how do I use another stock selection? Probably what you guys can do is, you can go to a volume surge and you can say, pick up a stocks which has a volume surge. And now I see there are some stocks which had a volume surge. And let's look at the charts one after one. I did see that the markets on the Biocon, it moved up. Crompton, yes, the market was coming all the way down. Look at this, the Crompton was moving all the way down, and it is having a sudden volume surge coming up. Havells, okay, Havells is not, but Crompton may have a, having a high volume, it may lose the momentum of price going down. So Havells is not a great time to short it now. Whereas if you look at Hindustan Unilever, okay, the scenario is slightly different. Okay, look at the this and petroleum. Look at something which is extremely high volumes. Okay, coming back to RECL, the point is this particular high volume comes while breaking it. So any downward move on RECL can be taken for an indication to go for a short. Let's look at what happened in this particular company. Okay. Okay, now unfortunately this is not even initiated. The price didn't go up to 2,605. So that's why this, although it is a simulator, we cannot cheat ourselves. If it is a mere paper trading, people may or may not document it well. People say yes, it just moved out, but this particular platform does document it really well. So this position is still not initiated because the market has not been to 2,605. That's how it went to. Let's keep looking at some stocks here to see if there is any other further trades we can add on to it. If the market is actually weak, at EQSIS we primarily look for some opportunities to go for short positions. Okay, but if market is dicey, because on the percentage term the market is neutral. So if you are considered, by any chance, if a market breaks this high, although it is a corrective still moving up, then we can have a pair trade by having one long positions. So in that way we can actually consider some long positions a bit later. But now keep moving with those volume surge again. Hit this button called volume surge. Again, it will help you with the volume surge which is currently available now. Keep moving with the volume surge scenario. Look at the Sun Pharma, that the Sun Pharma did rally like anything, crazily moving up. Okay, so that's very interesting. Sun Pharma is really moving up. Pick up if there is any stock we can trade out of Jindal Steel. Okay, Jindal Steel is again claiming upward. Okay, undoubtedly, and Jindal Steel can be a stock which you can still consider buying. But the point is, we should have seen this a minute before. But since the market was negative, we couldn't focus it on the positive side. But on the metals pack, okay, Jindal Steel is still doing well. Okay, and we have Dr. Reddy is there. Dr. Reddy is also there. And I'm not getting into the whole aspect of the filters because it takes more time. Let's limit to stock selection now. Okay, Coromandel. Okay, now I'm focusing on volume surge alone. Am I right? I'm just clicking on volume surge to see if there is anyone coming up here. Okay. Okay. Look at this company called Axe Asian, Ashok Leyland. The company at the beginning of the day, it did have that impulsive way of moving down, but unfortunately it started breaking the top in a way that it violates the market structure, and it witnesses a kind of supply coming around almost at the top area as well. But it is very dicey to take a call because it violated the market structure, because it was breaking the bottoms and then later it is breaking the tops. So it is slightly clueless how to take a positions at this point. But you see there is a supply coming in because there is a high volume surge. So that is the beauty of volume surge. Volume surge helps us to pick up a stock, excuse me, and provided if they have any quick tradable opportunities in the volume surge. We'll look after any company is having it. Okay. Okay, more than a Jindal Steel, JSW Steel is also looking good. Okay, now they are also having a tradable opportunities because their market structure. So the metal pack is definitely doing well, and undoubtedly the metal pack is definitely doing well, and they are actually going up. So just to have a contra hedge positions, we can just focus on metal pack to see. Hindalco is having a heavy buying list, so we can consider Hindalco as well. And how did I got the metal stocks? Because I see there is a three dot button. So if I click here, it loads all the metal stocks here. If I click Adani ENT, if I click Hindalco, and then I can see this stock. But look at the Hindustan Copper. Although you had a chance to go above the high, you couldn't sustain, and you did break this particular one. This is not a great sign to actually catch the stock at retracement. This stock should be avoided to buy at retracements. Okay, rather we can buy Jindal Steel, which is which is on the impulsive mode of going up, and even JSW Steel is also fairly doing well. All the whole sale. A stock sale can be considered to buy at the retracements. So if any time the stock goes above 80, you can consider buying them as well. It's not a problem. And Tata Steel, look at this. That Tata Steel is right to break that particular high and just going up all the way. And the structure is pretty good. So no doubt you can consider buying Tata Steel. You can. So if you want to buy, let's transfer in towards the trade. So let's go back here and see if there is any trades that we can do in Tata Steel. So again, go back to simulators, go to this add research positions. Now see, I got a capital of only 73,000 because already some position is locked because I have a positions already, but they have not traded, but I've still created an order. So it works as if like you cannot have hundreds of positions parallelly getting created. So we have to play around the money management as well. So let's say we go to a Tata Steel, pretty much liquid, and considering that Tata Steel here it is trading in basket, but Hindalco is having a heavy buying scenario. So I wish not to, but Hindalco did have a high volume at a case, but it did sustain it. Okay, but it is having a high volume scenario. So Hindalco can be purchased. Okay, no doubt around 458 or 458 levels, or even we can say around 458.56. So what you can do is go to Hindalco. I think Tata Steel started running away. So let's catch this Hindalco because it is having heavy buying scenario. It's quite interesting. So why not we can consider them buy, and we can buy about, let's say 50 quantities so that I get money to trade the other one as well. So 458.5 is where I wish to. Otherwise, I don't want to execute it. Okay, 458.5. Okay, and the stop loss can be placed around the swing bottom here. We see a high volume scenario here. So somehow, if it is getting initiated, we want this to be maintained at 453.5. Okay, so 453.5, and the targets can be 450, 464 is even fairly enough. So we can say we are getting a fair good target. So if I put it, this is what the targets and stop loss coming up here, and metal is outperforming. and this comes to help to have a pair trade, for a pair requirement. So this is how you can have some things coming into the picture. So I can say recommend long positions. So it did add it successfully. Now you guys can notice that anyway we initiated this. Both are not initiated at this moment. Okay, remember, and only when market goes above 458 it gets initiated. Or those who, when it comes to Hindustan Unilever, we did see there is a weakness and we wanted to short it around 2000. It just missed it by maybe about a few couple of rupees, but no doubt it is a good stock to short it, but it's not initiated. That's the beauty of the simulator. It did work with in a real life scenarios in this way, and the stock is moving down. Okay, so in this case, like, we wish to keep this as a long positions, and this naturally gets initiated if a market goes about 258. Or let's see what happens by taking some more time. Okay, so I hope you got some clarity in terms of how to use this particular tool or how to work on intraday. But intraday, I cannot conclude it in a matter of few minutes. But this can be a beginning if you are new to EQSIS YouTube channel, so you can subscribe it. And we have some videos already been explained about this particular tool. So if you find it very useful, do subscribe our services, or do join us, or stay with us, and we make sure that you get a good benefit out of it. Thank you.